First and foremost, thank you to the organizers for inviting me here today. I wish I could be joining you all in person in Slovakia, in Bratislava. Perhaps for the next one, I will be able to come. So by way of introduction, my name is Soufiane. I am currently a PhD candidate at Harvard Medical School in Boston, and also serve as the co-president, co-founder, and chairman of the board of Nucleate, which I'll tell you about today. So with the 15 minutes, I will provide you all with a very quick overview of what Nucleate is, what we do, and why you should all be interested. And hopefully from this can help spark some conversations about innovation, commercialization, starting companies, and perhaps even expanding Nucleate to Central Europe. Before I start, I'd like to give acknowledgements and thanks to my good friend and colleague, Miro, who's a PhD candidate at Oxford University. I believe he spoke on a panel just a couple days ago on the first day of this event. He's also our managing director of Nucleate UK, overseeing efforts in London, Oxford, and Cambridge, at the same time working on his own biotech company and also serving as an advisor for biosecurity and innovation to the Slovak Ministry of Health. It's been a pleasure working with Miro, and I thank him for getting me this invitation to speak here today. You can reach him at this email address. So first, I'll provide an overview of Nucleate and who we are. So we are Nucleate, and Nucleate is a nonprofit organization that is focused on empowering the next generation of biotech leaders by educating today's academic students, the next generation. We're a nonprofit, we have an educational mission. Everything we do is free and open to all, and we are trainee focused. As an organization, we really pride ourselves on building culture and community and positioning ourselves as the global leader for empowering the next generation of life sciences talent. We have a few core goals that drive everything that we do. The first is to provide open access programming to democratize biotech and education and ensure that everybody has an opportunity to contribute, to innovate, to start companies. As an organization, we identify, educate, and develop talent. In doing so, we spark new intellectual communities, we foster innovation, help start new companies, and all in the process of increasing those who have access to these and to this wonderful career. So what do we do? As an organization, we provide a diverse range of immersive educational opportunities. We have evolved over the years, and currently at this point in time, Nucleate offers programs, courses, workshops, lectures, diversity initiatives, networking opportunities, as well as career development, internships, fellowships that we organize ourselves with our partners. And why do we do this? Well, that's because our community, those who serve and lead the organization, is composed of current students in the academic ecosystems. PhDs, as you can see on the left graph, business students, undergraduates, masters, postdocs, medical students, law students. As an organization, we are open to everyone who wants to learn and who wants to develop a career in biotech. And on the right graph, you can see the types of interest that our community has, ranging from entrepreneurship to investing, to industry research, industry business, consulting, academia, law and policy, and even biotech journalism. And we try to build programs that bring people the education, the skills, and the network for them to take on careers in these areas. As an organization, we have experienced wonderful geographic growth over the years, starting and founded in Boston, Massachusetts, arguably the biotech capital of the world, which is hard for me to say as someone who grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. But Boston is really quite a wonderful place for the life sciences and biotech. And over the years, we've been able to expand across the United States. And as of this year, we have also expanded into the UK, as well as France and Switzerland, with emerging efforts happening in Italy, in Germany, in Denmark, and hopefully we'll be able to start working here in Central Europe, as well as broader. As an organization, we are governed by a wonderful board of directors who really help guide and steer the organization. Our board is composed of a mix of younger, emerging individuals like myself, as well as experienced industry individuals like John Maraganore, Peter Barrett. And at a broader level, we are very fortunate to receive the support of incredible advisors in the life sciences space, academic leaders like my own advisor and Professor George Church, who you'll get to hear from next, as well as leading venture capitalists like Peter Barrett, Peter Kolchinsky, innovation and policy leaders like Tom Khalil, who formerly worked for President Barack Obama and Clinton, as well as industry and big pharma leaders. And these individuals help us operate and do what we do. Following this presentation, you will get to hear, like I mentioned, from my advisor, George Church, who's a professor of genetics here at Harvard Medical School, and also a serial founder and entrepreneur. The lab alone having led to the creation of dozens of biotech companies and innovative new technologies like sequencing, like gene editing, as well as some of the more cutting edge stuff that the lab is currently working on, including my own project in the lab focused on trying to create GPS systems for cellular therapies so that we can better control how cells move around the body and reach sites of disease. So today I don't have time to provide you all with a full scope of everything Nucleate does, but I will provide one specific example of our activator program. This is our program that helps facilitate the creation of new biotech companies. We focus in two key areas, bio and eco. So both of these aiming to solve some of the world's biggest problems. How can we prevent human disease, and when it does arise, effectively treat and cure it, as well as better diagnosing it and building tools that enable us to do all of this important work. And then as this world continues to grow, as climate change continues to deteriorate, how can we build better sustainable practices through food and agriculture, chemicals and energy, as well as consumer products? And so how do we start new companies? Well, we do it through a structured and intensive curriculum where we start by identifying brilliant scientists working in academic labs that are working on projects that they believe could change the world through the creation of a biotech company. We start with a team formation process where we bring together scientists, business students, as well as doctors and residents. That core team then receives strong mentorship from industry, venture capitalists, industry executives, biotech founders, law firm individuals, as well as clinicians that will help guide them through this journey. We then take them through a series of intensive workshops that iterate on key components of a life sciences venture thesis, understanding your scientific plan, your market analysis, your regulatory strategy, IP strategy, fundraising strategy, et cetera, et cetera. And through this process, provide a variety of professional development opportunities that all culminates at the end in a final pitch where all of our teams across the world will pitch their venture proposals. And year over year, our program has grown. So in this graph, you can see the number of teams that we have helped. Starting in 2019 with just 6 teams, now flash forwarding to 2023, projecting that we'll have over 100 teams in this year's program. And in this graph, you can see how these individuals have been able to perform after going through our program. So what you can see from here is that in total, teams have raised $190 million in seed and Series A funding. This has led to the creation of over 150 new jobs, and we've even seen 1 acquisition of a Nucleate company. So this year, we project that we will have over 100 venture teams in the program that will be organized over hundreds of events, led by even more students across all of these regions, representing over 120 academic institutions and universities across the world. And so with that, we are always looking for ways to work with individuals who want to promote innovation and commercialization in the life sciences space, universities, government stakeholders, industry leaders, and we hope in partnership with Miro that we'll be able to help bring Nucleate to Central Europe, really focused on 3 key tenets: building culture, community, and delivering impact, such that we can promote a sustainable future of biotech innovation in a way that is collaborative and builds bridges, all while democratizing resources and increasing access. With that, always thank our corporate sponsors who help keep our organization running through their funding. In particular, I will give a shout out to Genentech, Alnylam, and Petrie Pillar, as well as Schmidt Futures, philanthropy fund dedicated to promoting innovation and promoting impact. If you are interested in learning more about Nucleate and the work that we've done, you can refer to some of the press coverage that we have received across the years in some of the various biotech news journals that exist. And with that, I would like to thank you all for your time. If you would like to get in contact, please feel free to reach out by email or add me on LinkedIn. Look forward to engaging in some exciting discussions. And with that, I see that I am right on time for our exciting next presentation. It's my honor to be able to open and hand this off to my own thesis advisor, where I have carried out my PhD research for the past few years, Professor George Church.
Thank you very much. Very nice presentation. And I think my colleagues agree with me. And I think that we will contact you in a short time, probably. And thank you. And now our guest from USA, Mr. George Church. An applause for you. Sorry.